went to school for political science, and while I was in school, I worked at a daycare for about 6 years. Well, 2 years before school, 4 years while I went to school. And I dealt with a lot of school-age kids, elementary-age kids, 6 years old to about 12 years old, that had a lot of behavioral problems and didn't have any help, didn't have any motivation, didn't get any attention, and needed it. So when I graduated, I decided that I wasn't going to be, in the political science field. And I found out about working as a PSR and a case manager and decided I could directly help the children that, I'd worked with before. My biggest hobby is probably going to the gym. I mean, it makes me relax big time. It makes me feel good, it makes me feel healthier. Every single night I go late before it closes, and it's usually really quiet, and it just gives me time to think, listen to music, watch like my HGTV show while I work out. So that's my biggest way of unwinding at the end of the day. Yes, definitely. And I have adult clients and, children, and a lot of my adult clients feel like they have failed as parents and they need parenting skills. And a lot of the children, some of the parents do feel like they've done a good job and they just don't understand why their child has decided to behave the way they have. But some of them do feel really like, oh, this is my fault. I've been a bad parent, I've neglected my child, and it's, we have to help encourage the child and the parent to realize that, they can overcome that. I really don't like to use like a time-based, like we're gonna do it in 3 months. I don't like that. I more so like the clients make their own goals and, start with a small goal, work to like a bigger goal. And sometimes the client wants to set a time, like by next week I wanna be able to do this. But most of the time they don't, but they do. They end up completing the goals pretty fast. And I just like to motivate them and encourage them to, learn new skills and try and complete their goal and try to make new ones. Yeah, above all, I feel it's very client-focused, and we work really well together with the therapists, the PSRs, the case managers. Everybody talks, everyone collaborates. So I think it gives the client the most attention, the most focus, and I don't feel like we need to work a certain amount of hours to make a certain amount of money for the company. I looked at one other counseling place closer to where I live. I'm from Norman, and they're really about like working a certain amount of hours, not focusing on the client, but like how many clients you can see, how much money you can make, and that's just not what I wanted to do. I don't want to work a job that they expect me to work 8 to 5, fit in as many clients as possible, because I feel like the client's the most important and they deserve as much of my time as possible. I shouldn't have to, keep them to a schedule.